I think sometimes I've seen some people pick like 4, 5 mock test series, which they don't finish. They pick so many resources, like 2, 3 books, they're not finishing those.
करेक्ट हाँ.
Yeah, that doesn't help you. 1 to 3 hours every day for CAT, because that's about as much time you can give at full efficiency. Above that, you are not really efficient, so it's not really worth it.
Show up every day, be consistent with the preparation. And if you have been consistent, if the exam is hard, it will be hard for everyone. So if you encounter a hard exam, don't start panicking. Okay, I used to solve 15 questions in quant, which sabhi sirf 7 ही हो रहे हैं. Don't worry, the others are going to end up solving only 2. So be
राइट.
consistent with the hard work.
तो ये दो स्टड्स हमारे साथ बैठे हुए हैं, सम्यक मिश्रम एंड स्वास्तिक मुखर्जी. मुखर्जी साहब का तो मैं क्या ही बोलूं, मतलब सरनेम उनका बता रहा है वो कहाँ से बिलोंग करते हैं. ही इज फ्रॉम बंगाल. और लाइफ स्माइल्ड डाउन एट हिम बिकॉज स्वास्तिक मुखर्जी कन्वर्टेड बैंगलोर. सो ही हैज बीन अवर प्राइड iQuanta का. एंड अभी आपको आगे लेके चलेंगे, बताएंगे कि अच्छा मतलब इंट्रोडक्शन के बाद कि स्वास्तिक ने क्या किया क्या नहीं. सो लाइफ स्माइल डाउन एट हिम ऑफ कोर्स. और जैसे कहते हैं ना लेडी लक स्माइल या लक प्लेड अ रोल, ये भी मैं जानना चाहूंगी इन दोनों बच्चों से आज के, मतलब इनके केस में एक्चुअली लक था या क्या था, लेडी लक था, जेंट लक था, जो भी. और दूसरा स्टड जो हमारे पास है सम्यक मिश्रम, ही इज अ प्रॉपर मुंबईकर, माय डियर ऑडियंस. तो मतलब पहले इन्होंने सोचा था कि चलो मतलब करते हैं, कुछ करना था इनको, जोश था, जुनून था. फिर उसके बाद ही ट्राइड टू गो अहेड विथ कैट. अब इनका कहना है कि 2023 में एक बार मैंने पहले दिया था कैट. 2023 में लेकिन कैट क्यों दिया था, क्योंकि मम्मी ने बोला था जाके दे लो. सो जस्ट टू मेक हिज मदर हैप्पी. मतलब कितनी ब्लेस्ड है मम्मी कि जस्ट टू मेक हिज मदर हैप्पी ही जस्ट वेंट एंड टुक द कैट. होगा. इनका एक्साइटमेंट इज लाइक पैल्पेबल, इट्स देयर ऑन देयर फेसेस. अच्छा लग रहा मुझे इन दोनों से मिलके. सो चलिए ऑडियंस, सबसे पहले तो ना ये हसीन शाम है, इसको और हसीन करते हैं, इन दोनों से बात करते हैं. ओके स्वास्तिक, ओवर टू यू. प्लीज टेल द ऑडियंस अ लिटिल बिट अबाउट योरसेल्फ, जो मैंने नहीं बताया उसके अलावा कुछ और.
Thank you, ma'am, for the great introduction. So I'm a very fellow gem. Many of the CAT aspirant and the family will recognize with that name. So with that name comes a lot of hardships our way. Um, so I belong from Kolkata, born and brought up. I studied at Jadavpur University. This is my like second attempt. In my first attempt, a little bit of health issues crept up during the exam day, and that ruined that attempt. But this time, God was kind, and today I'm sitting with a Bangalore admit along with Samya.
Samyak, over to you. Please tell us something about yourself.
Yeah, this just takes me back to all the interviews of all the panelists saying, please tell us about yourself. Born and brought up in Mumbai. I did my BTech from IIT Madras. Then I worked for 2 years and I quit in July last year so that I could focus on CAT full-fledged. And then CAT happened, gave all those interviews and then admit mil gaya.
So Swastik, if if we talk of hard work, do you really and truly feel that you had gone that extra mile for this result?
Um, I'm not sure what extra mile, but I definitely gave whatever I had. You have 24 hours, right? So I had worked for at least 8 to 10 hours, sometimes less, sometimes more. You come back, you have some rest, you need to recharge again, and then sit. Spend 1 to 3 hours every day for CAT, because that's about as much time you can give at full efficiency. Above that, you are not really efficient, so it's not really worth it. So keeping that consistency is important, I think. And I think beyond that, just doing that consistently, I think takes a lot of effort. So I think in my view, I gave whatever I could to the exam, and rest, God was kind. So yeah,
So
just
Samyak,
cross.
did you do the hard work?
Yeah, ma'am, for sure.
Okay.
Uh, like like Swastik, I only was able to put a few number of hours while I was working because I think I only used to speed run through the live lectures and then join application class midway because I used to work till 7, 8 o'clock in the evening, and by that time the live classes had already started. So I used to watch those at 2x, have dinner maybe after finishing the lecture or while towards the end of the lecture, and then I'll start joining from the application class. So yeah, but after I quit my job, I was able to put like 10 to 12 hours a day on a regular basis after
हाँ.
starting from August 1st, basically.
अच्छा, you said starting from August 1st.
Yeah, but
That
I
was because
actually
you.
started
हाँ.
from Jan. So from
हाँ.
Jan to July, I used to study for like 3 4 hours, and after that,
You quit your job and then you kind of
yes, yeah, yeah.
dove right into it with like 10 to 12 hours. If we look back, last April, ठीक है, अभी we are in April, the last week of April. So where do you see yourself then? मतलब April में what were you doing exactly? Because I'm sure the audience would want to know कि भाई सम्यक April में करता क्या था ऐसा जो इनको भी अभी करना चाहिए.
So in April, I was I was very consistent with the live and application classes. I used to just show up to those, and after that, I used to do some as much as possible. I used to solve RCs or solve LRDS sets or some quant questions out of those class timings. But other than that, I think in April and May you can just follow the classes. You need to start putting some time apart to give mocks as well, and mock analysis is a must because you will get nowhere without mock analysis.
तो यहाँ पे मैं आपको एक चीज बताना चाहूंगी ऑडियंस कि बेस्ड ऑन व्हाट सम्यक सेड, आई डिवाइड द प्रेप इनटू टू पार्ट्स जैसा उसने भी किया. मतलब टू इन द सेंस, one is getting the concepts and the application and everything, and then the other part is the time management. वो टाइम मैनेजमेंट अगर आपका इन प्लेस नहीं है ना, तो देन देयर इज नो यूज. देन नो मैटर हाउ एक्यूरेट यू आर, यू विल नॉट बी एबल टू सेलेक्ट, जैसा उसने बोला कि कौन सा क्वेश्चन करना है, विच वन इज टेकिंग अवे अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम. और यहाँ पे ना मॉक्स का एक बहुत ज्यादा इंटरेस्टिंग इंसाइट आपको कौन देगा? स्वास्तिक देगा. बिकॉज स्वास्तिक हैड टेकन द मॉक सीरीज एंड ऑल, तो स्वास्तिक हमको बताएगा एग्जैक्टली लाइक उसने किया क्या था, हाउ मेनी मॉक्स इट टुक, एनालिसिस कैसे करता था या एआई बेस्ड लिया था. सो स्वास्तिक, ओवर टू यू नाउ. Please tell us something about the mock thing.
Yeah, so mocks for iQuanta start around June. So I think that is the season when basically June is the month when most aspirants get into the mock giving season, and the number of applicants in mocks also increases. Before that, as Samyak said, mostly it's about from April to June. It's about building your base preparation. For me, it was around let's say you have three sections, right? VARC, LRDA, and QA. So since I could only give like around 2 to 3 hours max, some days even like 1 hour only to the preparation, so I just took two subjects. Some people take three subjects every day, but I took two subjects every day and rotated it day wise. So let's say I took VARC and QA. I did something. I also took the IIM ABC practice batch. So I used to finish that during April and May months, and then previous year questions to just build my base on these topics. And then maybe one or two mocks every 2 weeks during that time, just to see where I'm going, because the mock analysis part, especially iQuanta's mocks, the platform is a little bit different than the other institutes. So they have a lot of features to analyze your weak points, your strength points, what to improve, what to not improve, and also from throughout the entire number of mocks you've given, they also analyze your trajectory. So I think those are very important. I think mock analysis forms the linchpin of your preparation, not any other thing, I believe, because it's an exam. You're trying to game an exam, right? So you have to game the analysis.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's also a personal thing. I think some people have some strengths in some sections. I personally liked VRC and QA. VRC was my strength personally, and being an engineer, Quant has to be something you ace. So LRDA was always a problem, but I somehow managed to do like grind it with practice.
That was pretty good. So yeah, okay, that sounds nice. Acha, you mentioned something about IIM ABC batch. You had taken that also. How did that help you?
So it has a huge repository of practice questions, right? So I think that helped me to build my base. Because that in April, May, you don't have much mocks to give.
अच्छा, आप लोग अगर like if you guys look back and if you see कि अच्छा April, like April, March and all you started, and then you guys jumped into the mocks thing and all in June. You started probably by June, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So should students take mocks or like maybe one or two sectionals or something like in the beginning, like before June? What is your take on that?
For me, I would believe that yeah, they should take some. Like they don't have to start the full mock practice like every week, one or two mocks. They don't have to do that, but they should take some because to get the flavor of the exam, right? Because sometimes what happens, like this is countless times I've seen, people are gathering so much resources during this April-May season, right? They're gathering, okay, this question said, this book. They're
Hmm.
taking 3 books for Quant, which they will never finish. And it's like some of these are out of syllabus also for CAT. So they, first of all, to give the exam, you need to know what the exam is and what it's
Hmm.
asking. So most people, like at least like 40-50% people don't know this. So for that, you need to give the exam because people get very much like they are surprised what the exam really is when they give their first mock. Right? Everyone knows their first horrible mock experience. So
Yeah.
I think they should definitely give a few mocks, few sectionals before June because by June the competition heats up a lot. The whole of India will compete, and it's very difficult, right? Human nature, as we said, some people will perform so good, and you're going to be like, "Where am I?"
And
Yeah,
Swasti,
definitely.
I remember you said that VRC was your favorite. QA was definitely good because you're from engineering background. DI for you was like a little bit of a gray area, right? How big a gray area was it?
Uh, like so, my target was. So I mean, people would not think that this is not a gray area, but my target was a consistent 99. Like I was not targeting the 99.9 or like close to
Hmm.
100 for LRDI definitely. My target was if I get above 99, I'm fine with LRDI, but the rest I need more than 99.5 at least. So
Hmm.
that was my basic targeting because in LRDI it's like it's very difficult to because uh, so some people who are strong in LRDI they can do multiple sets. The selection becomes a lesser important thing for them. They can just start doing a set and they know they will do at least out of 5 sets, 3 to 4 they will definitely do. These are the very strong people in LRDI who score above 99.9, right? I wasn't one of them, so I know I have to select the right sets, right? That is the big game. In LRDI, if you select the wrong set, doesn't matter how good you are, you're
You are
gone.
doomed, yeah.
Yeah. So it was about that. Like you can't really control that. In some mocks, you just don't pick the right set. And so what are you going to do? If you always think that, oh my God, I'm not doing well, you're going to get demoralized. So I reduce my target. It's like anything above 99, I'm fine. Thankfully, on the exam day, it worked.
Samyak, what was your weakest section among the three?
I think I would say DILR as well.
Ah,
Yeah.
thank God आज मेरे VARC का कोई भी ऐसा नहीं है नाम खराब करने वाला. Okay. So DILR. So how did you turn things in your favor in DILR?
So yeah, I one very basic advice that Sajjan sir had given me in one of the live classes was when you encounter a set during mock, you can like during mock just do whatever and how much ever you can, but after mock during analysis, spend 30 minutes on that set at max.
Hmm.
Within 30 minutes, if you are able to get the logic of the set, well and good. But if after 30 minutes you are still struggling to get the logic, watch the solution from end to end and then do it on your own without watching the solution. That will actually help you get the whole logic into your head, and that actually helped me a lot while to get better in the section overall. So
Hmm.
that is so very important to solve sets on your own. Just watching the solutions won't really help you at all, because
Hmm.
there are a lot of types of sets that come in, right? There are arrangements, distribution, games and tournaments. There are lots of sets, and you can't predict what cat will give you. So you need to be decent to good in all the sections to get a good percentile. But if you are
Hmm.
like targeting a bit less, then you can maybe just focus mainly on distribution, arrangements, games and tournaments.
और अच्छा अभी तक तो ना हम लोग ये बात कर रहे हैं कि लाइक ये स्टूडेंट्स को करना चाहिए समथिंग लाइक दिस दे शुड डू दिस दे शुड डू दिस वी आर काइंड ऑफ डिस्कसिंग ऑल दीज थिंग्स अच्छा कोई ऐसी चीज आप लोग को लगता है जो लाइक 90-95% स्टूडेंट्स डू रॉन्ग कुछ ऐसी चीज दे शुड नॉट डू लाइक समथिंग दैट यू फील दैट मे बी इफ यू हैड डन इट इन अ बेटर वे यू कुड हैव खैर और कहाँ जाता स्कोर ये अलग बात है लेकिन फिर भी मतलब something that they should not do or a big mistake that most of the students make. So some gyan that you would want to give on that. Swastik, you go first.
I think we have discussed some of them definitely. One is
Hmm.
definitely don't give in to peer pressure. It is your journey, it is your
Correct.
exam. You will get your result.
Hmm.
Second is, I think this is a big one. Prioritize your resources. So I picked the iQuanta mock test series and I picked one other mock test series as well. I think sometimes I've seen some people pick like 4, 5 mock test series, which they don't
Hmm.
finish. They pick so many resources, like 2, 3 books. They're not finishing those.
Correct. Huh?
Yeah, that doesn't help you. So I think MBA, I mean, eventually when they go to MBA, I think what we are seeing right now, I think MBA is, you will get a lot of FOMO in campus as well. If you
Hmm.
don't prioritize, you will end up as the average Joe in the campus only, because it's all about prioritization. There are 100 things to do, and you can only do about 20 of them. So
True.
in that also, it's like just solving every type of question 100 times is not going to help you, because it's only 40 minutes, 22 questions quant, 24 in VARC, and 5 sets of LRDI. I mean, you have to prioritize and give time to build that depth. I think that's a big thing. People don't do that. Again, we also discussed about the mocks. Just not analyzing, because analysis is the hard part, right? After
True.
mock, becomes a fun thing. After 25, 30 marks, most aspirants will know that that routine sets in. Like, you're giving mock, and if you have good scores, it's a good thing. It gives dopamine hit. You're giving the mock, it feels nice. The worst part is the analysis. It's like, hey, I have to do this again and all this. So, but that is the most important. So most people, I mean, I've seen some people. Some of them are very good. Some of them, it worked for them. But mostly, I think people who give mocks much more than their ability. I think like around 80, 90, 100 mocks some people have given.
Hmm.
Small section of people benefit from it, but you cannot make that, right. I think shorten it. You don't need so many mocks, but do analysis. Whatever you can do
Yeah.
analysis, much mocks you can give, whatever that number may be. But if you're not doing analysis, another
There's no
extra mock.
point. Samyak, any two things that you would say don't do, or this is a big mistake that you're making?
Yes, so I think one thing that I used to do in during the early mocks was to get tunnel visioned because okay, yeah, yet I would come across a like science-based RC and I was like, okay, this is my forte, I should be able to do it. But the questions were filled with critical reasoning questions, so it is not worth it to spend as much time just because the topic is your strong point. Similarly, in quant as well, arithmetic was my strong point, and in the early mocks now I know that arithmetic has like really lengthy questions, but earlier I didn't know. So I used to spend a lot of times in arithmetic questions and end up doing less number of questions. So I think that is one thing that don't get ego get in your way. Okay, just accept that
Hmm.
this is a lengthy question or this is a tough RC or this is a tough set. Skip it. There is no shame in doing that. At the end of the day, you read marks. It doesn't matter where the marks are coming from. So that is the one thing you should be keeping in mind.
Hmm. Very true, very true. So, both the boys, before we say goodbye to the audience, I want both of you to give one like parting gyan or like, last words. What they should do abhi se lekar ke cat tak. It can be anything like staying calm or consistent or whatever. Samyak, go first.
I think just show up every day, be consistent with the preparation. And if you have been consistent, if the exam is hard, it will be hard for everyone. So if you encounter a hard exam, don't start panicking. Okay, I used to solve 15 questions in quant, which sarisi सात ही हो रहे हैं. Don't worry, the others are going to end up solving only two. So be
Right.
consistent with the hard work.
Great.
Yeah,
Swastik, you.
yeah, very similar. I mean, I think three things: turn up every day. Try to turn up every day, even if for like 1 hour or 30 minutes, whatever. Don't care about mock scores too much. They will fluctuate. They will go bad. They will go good. And third thing is, if you do those first two things, by the exam day, you will be like, whatever I do, I think I will do better than most people. So even if I'm doing bad, I'm confident that what I'm doing, I'm able to do good in the exam. So I think you need to walk in with that philosophy. Otherwise, it's like, oh my God, I only solved two questions now. What to do? That will happen.
Right,
So
right,
the
right.
confidence is required. Yeah,
Yeah,
just
so
the
exactly like it was discussed earlier. You need to gaslight yourself during the exam. कि मैं तो best हूँ.
हाँ, गैस लाइट, यस
very
यस।
important.
मूवी याद आ गई मुझे। और मेरी तरफ से लाइक लास्ट वर्ड्स, मुझे पता है कि आप लोग मुझसे मांग नहीं रहे हो, इन दोनों स्टड से मांग रहे हो, लेकिन फिर भी मैं दे देती हूँ आपको। मेरी तरफ से लास्ट वर्ड्स है बेस्ड ऑन व्हाट सम्यक हैड सेड अर्लियर। सम्यक ने बोला था आई वांटेड इट। मेरे हिसाब से भैया वो एक बहुत मैटर करता है। आई मीन अगर आप चाहते हो कोई चीज को, मतलब आई डोंट वांट टू गो इनटू एनी फैंसी एंड चीजी डायलॉग्स एंड ऑल, बट इफ यू वांट समथिंग, रियली वांट समथिंग, भाई मैं सिंपल एज दिस जानती हूँ, यू हैव टू डू दैट एक्स्ट्रा हार्ड वर्क। इट्स वेरी इजी फॉर अस टू से मेरा प्रमोशन नहीं हो रहा है यार, मेरा ना पे नहीं बढ़ रहा है यार, मैं कब से ट्राई कर रहा हूँ। मेरा क्वेश्चन है व्हाट आर यू डूइंग, व्हाट व्हाट इज दैट एक्स्ट्रा थिंग दैट यू आर डूइंग, पहले वो तो करो ना। उसके बाद ही तो आप सोच सकते हो। जैसे मेरे बच्चे जानते हैं, स्टूडेंट्स जो मतलब मुझे कॉल करते हैं या व्हाट्सएप पे टच में रहते हैं, कईयों को ये झिड़की पड़ती है। वो मुझे कॉल करके, पता है, स्वास्तिक एंड सम्यक, दे आस्क मी समटाइम्स लाइक, नहीं नहीं, आई डोंट थिंक आई कैन मैनेज विद द रीडिंग थिंग, नहीं नहीं, आई डोंट नो, आई कांट मैनेज विद दिस, इंग्लिश इज वेरी टफ। कई बार मैं डांट के उनको यही कहती हूँ कि कोई जरूरी है तुम कैट दो? मैंने कहा कैट इज नॉट फॉर यू, मत दो, रेलवेज जाके दे दो ना, रेलवे का एग्जाम दो, उसमें इंग्लिश नहीं होता है। सो देन आई हैव टू शो देम दिस हार्श ट्रूथ कि भाई अगर तुम तैयार हो, कुछ चाहिए तुम्हें, why will you not work hard for it? Why will you shirk work? That is my question. So मेरे हिसाब से तो भाई हमेशा हार्ड वर्क टेक्स यू समवेयर। हार्ड वर्क कपल इट विद स्मार्ट वर्क, आजकल हमारे पास टेक्नोलॉजी है, गो अहेड एंड कपल इट विद दैट। मैं आपके पास अक्सर पोस्ट करती रहती हूँ, क्लॉड के पास जाओ, चैट जीपीटी के पास जाओ, ये सब करो, वो सब करो, बट यू हैव टू डू इट, एंड देन वो तो मशीन है दैट विल हेल्प यू।